From screen to real life, the spicier the better. Girl, what's the tea is here with your spicy dose of chaos. Sprinkle with a little love. Hello, it's your girl, what's the tea? Let's talk about it.
It's your girl, what's the tea, Miss Monica? How you guys doing today? How are we doing? And we are live in effect. And we are here because you guys know I don't usually go live on Thursday. Sunday is my day because, I'm always booked and busy. But I had the opportunity to interview this handsome guy from the new Ready to Love Dallas. You guys are buzzing in the streets about this new Ready to Love Dallas. And Miss Monica said, Ready to Love Miami burnt me out. I was exhausted. I was tired. Lord, it was a lot. So I had said I was not messing with Dallas. I was just going to watch a little bit and then maybe do a couple of little here and there. My daily sips that I do for you guys. Yeah, because it was just a lot for me. So I'm liking it. Is entertainment. Is giving the TV. It's TVing. It's entertaining. It is doing its thing. So somebody on the show was very, very. He was mysterious to me, and I like the mysterious man. So I be wanting to know more about the man. So we got the mysterious man here today. We're gonna talk to him, and he's gonna let us know how was his experience thus far. Miss Monica don't like to talk too much into the show, so we're gonna stick to the topics. And I learned a lot of things about this guy. While I was doing my investigation before my interview. So he's very interesting, and I'm very excited for you guys to get to know a little bit more about him. Things that we're definitely not going to see on Ready to Love. So after my intro, we're going to bring him out. So stay tuned.
Girl, what's the tea is here with your spicy dose of chaos. Sprinkle with a little love. Hello, it's your girl, what's the tea? Let's talk about it.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, Mr. Alan Adonis. Did I get it right?
Yes, Adonis. Yeah.
Mr. Adonis. Mr. Adonis has joined Miss Monica on Let's Talk About It, and we're going to talk about him. And you guys, I know you guys was like, who is this guy with these whips and chains? Well, here he is. And he going to explain to us about that whips and chains.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
The women were like, what? You do who? And where? Yeah, we're going to talk about it. So, how you doing today?
I'm fine. I'm good, man. Day is done. Productive day. It's a good day. So I'm good. How are you?
Thank you for joining me. I'm super excited. I'm glad that you were here with me. And I am glad to be able to show the viewers the behind the scenes of Mr. Adonis.
I appreciate it for sure.
Yeah. Do you want people to really know who you are?
Yeah, I mean, because like I said, I feel, we've all seen the first episode. I feel that they, with all the conversations that I had, multiple conversations with the ladies, they showed less than a fraction of that. I understand they're probably saving me for, further episodes, whatever, as far as revealing who, all that different stuff. But it was like so much more that was talked about during that first episode that was left out. I'm just like, okay, it was a few things that kind of bothered me a little bit, but overall it was an amazing experience.
Well, let us start here. I got something I want to show the people really quickly that the way that I was when I first saw you doing the commercial, and I'm sure it's a lot. Miss Jackie said that you can whip up with the chains any day. She was like, you can whip up any day with the chains, Miss Jackie.
She about that life, huh? Okay.
Miss Jackie about that life. We can't even get started.
Can't even get into it yet. I might go grab one too so y'all can see it.
You know you're gonna have to show a chain.
Nah, I got floggers and stuff that I can grab real quick.
That little thing that's got the little.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, my floggers, the finger floggers.
That's what it is.
Oh!
Well, you better stop us. I was like, wait a minute, what is this? So let's watch the beginning. Let's watch this really quick, guys, and then we're gonna get into it.
I don't think we're supposed to be in life alone.
I never intended to do this thing alone.
Dating in Dallas is a lot of people who are not really looking for anything serious.
There were red flags that I just completely decided to ignore. I bury myself in work.
Me being recently divorced and having 4 kids, it's an issue.
It's your boy Tommy Miles, and I'm back in the state that raised me, Texas. The hats may be big, but the hearts are even bigger.
I come from a time where guys were courting you, trying to actually impress you, and that's not what I've experienced in Dallas.
This city is beautiful, and so are the singles that live here. 18 of them are getting ready to take a ride to find big love, and we're gonna be riding along with them as they search for their soulmates.
To the journey, to Black love, to Black excellence.
Throughout this journey, the singers will ditch the scrubs.
The ladies said that you were disrespectful. They even said something about a thought.
Hold on, time out.
Until only our final couples remain.
I guess they could really just walk off into the sunset at this point.
Pull up your bootstraps and hang on tight. Time to find out which of these singers are really ready to love. Yeah.
All right. So I have to ask the question.
Okay.
You ready to love when you went on to the show?
That's what I moved to Texas for. I left Detroit because creatively, career and love wise, things weren't happening the way I wanted them to happen, and I have life goals that I'm trying to achieve. So I had to change my environment. My friends have been telling me to move out of the city for like a decade. And I finally got tired of running against the brick wall and made the move. And one of the 3 reasons why I moved was I came down here to find my wife. And when the opportunity to go on the show came up, I'm like, why not? It's a dating show. So my dating life here in the city, in the DFW, obviously wasn't successful over that time. And what I'll do is I'll date for a little bit and then I'll fall back and just go into kind of bachelor mode after a dating disappointment. And when I'm ready to start actually dating again, I'll step back into dating mode. So I wasn't in a dating mode when I first got the call, but it snapped me back into it because I'm like, okay, this is an opportunity to meet people who are intentional and actually looking for something real, so I'm like, okay, well, let's why not? Fortune favors the bold, that's what I live by. So I always believe you got to make bold moves to get what you want out of life. And if you sit complacent or if you sit scared, you're not going to achieve your goals and your dreams. So I said, hey, let's do it, and I've been on TV before, so it wasn't like a new or daunting or nerve-wracking experience in that sense, but the format was different, so it took a little bit to get used to, but it was fun.
Okay, so you moved to Texas, Dallas, and you're looking for love. You're ready for a change. You're ready to start a new chapter. how did you end up here with us with RTL, Ready to Love?
I actually one of the recruiters, the casting department, recruiter from the casting department messaged me on Instagram and asked me to fill out the application. And I thought I thought it was like a joke or some spam or something at first. I didn't take it serious until I went and actually did a little research. And I'm like, oh, this is legit. So I went through the whole process, and then maybe like as far as filling out the application, then maybe like a week, 2 weeks later, another recruiter hit me up on Facebook and asked me to do the same. But I'm like, I'm sorry, somebody from the casting department already got me. I filled out the application, you know. She was like, oh, okay, cool. That's what's up. So, but it wasn't until like maybe a couple of weeks into filming that it hit me. I'm like, this opportunity came at me twice. So this is where I had like an epiphany moment when I realized that, and I was like, okay, this is where I'm supposed to be. Because opportunities typically don't come at you twice. You know what I'm saying? Especially with that within that short of a time. So it just kind of let me know that I was on the right path.
Okay, cool. So you there? Because we're gonna talk about the show, like in the moment. So we're just gonna pretend that you're in the show. You're here. You're in the show. The first episode. You see the first episode of the show. What happened in this episode that might have been cut out that we didn't see that you would have wanted us to see?
Oh man, just the extensive conversations I had with all the ladies, and it was crazy because what you don't know is they ask each of us for 3 connections. Who are your 3 top connections? And we told nephew Tommy who are we feeling and everything, and then I'm seeing now what they did with that. They chose the one that they wanted to drive the narrative with for us. You see what I'm saying? So what was missing out of all of that was the great conversations that I had with all of the ladies. And I learned a lot of amazing things about them, and they learned a lot of things about me. And of course, there was a lot of talk about what I do, a lot of questions about what I do, a lot of curiosity. So those conversations were literally like off the cutting board, you know, off the scrap board. So I was like, okay, I get it. You know, they showed what they wanted to show. That's something I control, that I relinquish, you know, to editing. So,
well, you know what I appreciated about you. You were very easy on the eye. So you good look. You good for the TV look.
Thank you.
Transparency, because you know we're followers of Ready to Love. It's a few of us bloggers that are like deep into the Ready to Love. I'm bowing out, but they're deep in, and we find out after the fact, or once we start meeting with the cast members, things that were like hidden, or they didn't tell, or you know, things we didn't know, and all these secrets start coming out the box, and the rabbit is jumping here and there, and it's just like, oh my God, why are these people on the show? Why did you pick these people? What happened here, there? Parent, straight from the beginning. This is who I am. This is my lifestyle. This is what I'm about, and I definitely appreciate that. Like, we don't have to go and dig and find any secrets because I'm open book. This is me. This is what I do.
Yeah, and it really was because I've always operated like that, because I want to be loved for who I am. And if I don't present who I am, how can I know you're capable of loving me? You know, I don't do the whole representative thing, because I as a child, you know, I was an awkward kid. You know, I was nerdy, I was athletic, and you know, but I bullied. You understand? So I always struggled with social acceptance. You know, and wanting to be accepted. But when I got to high school, I went to school in Virginia for a year, and I was the city boy in a school, you know, half hour outside of Charlottesville at the base of the Blue Ridge Mountains in Virginia. So you know what I dealt with, you know, as far as our non-melanated counterparts down there. So, but getting there, being loved by 90% of the school, two-sport athlete. I was in the school play, the choir, everything. But there was a group of kids that were the hillbilly kids that hated me for some reason, you know, to the point where it got to physical blows a couple times. But that taught me that no matter what I do, there's always going to be someone that finds a reason not to like me. So why care? You know, why give a shit? You know, so I'm gonna do me and I'm gonna be me. And if you can accept it and roll with it, cool. We can rock. But if not, there's no problem. So I went on the show with the intention of presenting exactly who I am, so I can weed out the ones that's not for me.
And at the end of the day, that always wins.
Oh yeah,
that always wins. So going into the mixer,
you've
never seen these people before, correct?
No, I hadn't seen anybody. Didn't even know, you know, who were the ladies. Nothing.
So that's just like going in to the club.
Yeah, pretty much.
Broke the room out. Because I mean, I know how I do. I'm gonna scope it, and I'm gonna go to the bathroom and see who I'm gonna see on the way.
Yeah.
I picked out my dude for the night. I've already probably done that, you know.
Yeah. Like I know who I'm kicking it with.
Yeah, I already know who I'm kicking it with. I'm just like, okay, yeah, I got my. I done made eye contact. And so doing a mix up, how many did you like say? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. How many?
There were like 4 that I noticed initially that I wanted to talk to, and I ended up having those conversations with. But I knew I had to talk to everyone because I wanted to get to know everyone, you know, even though if I wasn't attracted to them or there was other reasons why I knew we wouldn't match, I still wanted to get to know, you know, who they were as Black women. So it was hot. I'll tell you that. It was extremely hot, and I wear all black. I always wear black for the most part. So I had my black suit, and you know, I'm coming in bull erotica fashion, you know, and you know, I paid for it. But at the end of the day, like I said, it was we ducked and dodged the sun when we could, but that definitely played a factor, especially for the ladies. You know, they walk around in heels all day. But it was different, you know. It was fast paced, you know. We have our conversations, and then we got to move on to the next conversation, or somebody snatches us for another conversation, you know. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
So, have you ever done speed dating? Because that's kind of like speed dating.
Pretty much, but I haven't. But that definitely gave me a sense of what speed dating is like. I've of course seen the speed dating events, but I've just never attended one.
Okay. So once the first day, the mixer, and you go home and you think about it, where you like, okay, I'm all in. I was just like, ooh, I don't know if this was the right thing to do.
No, I was enjoying myself, man. I was enjoying the entire process. I enjoyed doing the interviews. I enjoyed you know, going on the dates and everything. And like I said, it was something new. It was a very, very full and busy schedule. It was very challenging, but you know, at the end of the day, I'm like, if this is something that I want to do, I'm gonna find a way and make it happen. So we got it done.
You did? Okay. Well, I'm glad that you actually can come on and say, hey, I had a good experience.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of fun.
You're like the second guy that I've interviewed with that said, hey, I don't regret it. I had a good experience, even though they left out some things, even though they might have made me look a certain way when I really wasn't looking a certain way at that particular time. I still love the experience, and it was good for me.
Yeah. They another thing, they changed my voice too.
What?
Yeah. I some of my friends were texting me like, Marv, why they got you sounding like that? Because it's like they EQ'd the bass out of my voice or sped my voice up and it sounded lighter. And I'm like, it's not how I sound.
Now you know I'm about to go back and watch and be like,
yeah, you got to go back and see it because you're gonna notice like, okay, that's definitely not the guy I talked to.
Like, okay, I'm definitely going to go back and watch and see that, because did you? Okay, so you said you've been on television for something. What other show did you go on, or what were you doing on television?
I did 2 episodes of Empire on Fox.
Oh, cool. How did you like it?
That was fun, but it was different, of course, because it's scripted TV. So it was that was my first like time being on set in studio and on location. So that actually gave me the experience that I need to be successful on this show, because I kind of knew what to expect going in, other than the non-scripted aspect of it.
Okay. So are you into acting? Is that like your thing?
No, I mean, my mother is like on my head about getting into acting, but I would like to if the opportunity presents itself. But I'm chasing my my book thing with Bo Erotica.
Well, that's not gonna stop you from being an actor. That's just gonna help that.
No, it won't.
No, and you're good for TV. Totally. You're good for TV. I've noticed that from the beginning. Here, looking at you now, interviewing with you, you're definitely TV. You're a TV guy. So
Yeah.
I'm with your mom on that. Yes, mom, I agree. Pursue that.
Like
All
every
right.
time I talk to her, she's like, "You gotta get your Screen Actor Guild card."
Yes, you definitely need to get that. You're
Mhm.
good for TV. So before we move on to the man behind the scenes, what else do you want to share with us about first episode only? Okay, we're not giving any spoilers, guys.
No.
Your experience at the mixer, and already you said the 4 was your picks?
Yeah, no, I had 3 picks initially. We all had 3 picks. Yeah.
Okay, can you tell us the names?
Initially, my pick was my matches were Lee. It was Unique, and I believe it was Janelle was my. I'm sorry, not Janelle, but Jessica was my third.
Okay. Well, we know that Unique is seems like a match.
Yeah.
To TV world. I mean, I was like, okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. We had great energy, Yeah. And she was very intrigued by my world.
That's one thing I need to ask before we move on.
Okay.
How did that come across the women? Because when you said it, I was like, hey, what?
There's no easy way to say that, though,
Mom was watching it. She said, oh, he a freak. She said he gonna scare all the women off now. I say, nah, I said, because there's some women that's gonna be into that mama. So I don't know. We gonna have to watch.
It's so funny because I'm in some of the Ready to Love Facebook groups, and some people are like, he's not ready for love because he's this and that, and he's looking for a porn star for his audio stories was one of the things somebody posted about. I'm just like, really, you guys learned one thing about me, and you think I'm not? Yeah. Pardon me?
I said, then they want to count you out immediately.
Yeah, like, okay, keep watching.
So you tell everybody your big thing. Hey, this is my thing, and then
they're like, oh yeah. I mean, because and what they didn't show in episode 1 from those conversations is, it wouldn't start with the BDSM man. I say, hey, I'm an erotic author. Oh, well, where do you get your stories from? Where do you get your inspiration from? Well, a lot of experience and my wild imagination. So and then it was just a rabbit hole of questions after that, which led into, I'm also a sensual dominant, and this is what I'm into. BDSM. I have a show. I perform live. I teach lessons. Like, it was like a whole thing. That we I ended up having to have those conversations all day for 12 hours. So that is definitely one thing that is missing and was missing from episode 1, where the conversations where the ladies showed their intrigue and they were asking all these, asking me a million questions about all of that stuff.
Okay. So let's get on into that. Since we're there. We're gonna slide on into there.
Okay, I'm with it.
About to be, how you pronounce it? The BDO?
Boa Erotica. Yeah, Body of Adonis is my author name, but everybody in that world, in the community, calls me Adonis.
Adonis. Boy.
Yeah.
So tell us about him.
Oh, that's my alter ego. He's a different cat, that's who that's the persona I step into when I perform, when I do when I read my stories live, or
Mhm.
when I do a BDSM scene, or if I'm out on the scene, you know, or at a party or an event. I wear my spikes, you know, my bracelets, and you know, it's like a whole, it's like a whole entity, you know, that I turn into, and then of course in the bedroom as well.
Somebody wants to know what's behind you.
What's behind me?
Yes.
Oh, so this is another thing that they didn't show you. I'm a nerd, so I love action movies and Marvel and things like that. So that's my sword collection, part of my sword collection.
Okay, so that's his sword collection. All right.
Yeah, they're katanas, samurai swords.
So now the experience. Tell us
Hmm.
just okay. So I'm trying to envision the show.
Okay.
Like where, like, yeah. Just tell us about the experience. Like
As far as my show or the
your show. Tell us about
Oh, okay. So my show is called the Boa Experience. It's an evening for the erotic arts. Um, Another thing that they didn't, well, I actually didn't tell that till later. I'll let you guys find that out later if they talk about it. I don't know. But there's music. There's erotic poets. I have several. The poetry community, the Black poetry community in DFW is huge also. And there's several amazing Black women poets that perform at my shows. And they put on, I mean, they're dynamic. I'll send you some footage of them of the shows later, but so they'll read, and then I perform one of my stories live from the book, or one of my shorts. What I've done in my last couple shows, I'm working on an audio book, an erotic audio book, and the last show was called Erotic Audio Files. And what I did was I took one of my audio stories and read the story live over the audio of the audio story. Um, and it was something no one has ever done before. It was an amazing experience. Everybody was super engaged because you could hear the sounds of what I was talking about in sync with my words, and it was really fun. And then after that, we do BDSM demonstrations, and then people can volunteer if they want to experience it with me or with any of my kink friends that also perform with me.
So tell us, where did Daddy's home? What inspired you for this?
Did you read that one? So that's my biggest fantasy.
Oh, you guys should definitely check this out. Okay, so this one is not for sale though.
No, that's it's in the book, but that's just a sample on the website, but that's in the book also.
Okay, so it is the sample on the website, right?
Yeah. There are 3 shorts and 1 full story. I've only posted 1 full story, but that was I posted that like last week, I think it was. Someone from the LS community had posted about getting a group of her girlfriends together and getting an Airbnb for a wild weekend, and what she described, and she gave it the title and everything, and I'm like, that would be a dope story. So I took it and turned it into a story, and it's really it's wild. It's the only way to describe it.
Yes,
It's good though. It's really good.
Jackie probably.
Oh, you read that one? Did you read that? You read that one, the full one, Seaman Hall?
No, I didn't read. No, I haven't. No.
Oh, okay. You gotta check out Seaman Hall. That one.
Yeah, I gotta check that one out too.
Yeah, that one gets real.
Yes, yeah. So let me ask you a question about, when do you think that your lifestyle was it like putting like a halt in finding love because of the lifestyle that you're choosing to live?
No, because I knew that I would have to find someone open-minded to the lifestyle, because kinks and fetishes are hardwired like languages. I can't unlearn how to speak English. I can't unlearn my kink, because it's always going to be on my mind, you know, or in the back of my mind. So finding someone that fits and that's accepting of who I am and accepting of that world is really important to me. So I don't think it limited my options. I just had to be more careful on who I invested my time in, which is why I'm so transparent and so upfront about who I am and what I do, because I don't want to. I don't have that time to waste. You know.
Yeah, like later on down the road, and then they'd be like, "Oh no,
Yeah, I don't want to be. I don't want to give someone 6 months of my life and then say, "Oh, that's right. Hey, I'm a dom." They're like, "What? I can't deal with that." And then it ends, and I've just wasted the last 6 months. So no, I'm gonna tell you this right now, and then you're gonna let me know right now if you can handle it, and if you can't, good luck on your journey. No hard feelings, you know, because I know there's someone that can, and that was pretty much my mentality on the show. Like, okay, even if these ladies can't handle or aren't into what I do, I know there's somebody. I mean, this is Dallas, you know what I'm saying? So it's just only a matter of time before I cross paths with someone that's on board, you know.
So did any of the women frown upon it when you did announce your lifestyle?
No, it wasn't. Some rejected it, and a couple were like curious but not interested, but still wanted to, you know, pick my brain about it. And then, like I said, there was a group that were intrigued by what I do and wanted to know more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, because women, you know, we tend to be like, shh, you know.
Yeah, and that's what one of my friends from the cast, females, was telling me. She was like, more women were interested, but just didn't want to say it publicly out of the fear of being shamed or you know, looking a certain way or whatever the case. And I get it. Not everybody's ready to be that open about their own sexualities, you know. So I knew that going in, because I've experienced that so much in networking and in dating, where I tell someone who she said, I'm a Libra.
He's a Libra.
Yeah.
The 13th.
October 13th. Yes.
Yes. That's where he is. He's a Libra. Yeah, he's a Libra. Okay, so now we have some more interesting things that will probably, you guys, he's a very smart man. He does some amazing things. So let me show the guys what else you have going on that I thought that was dope as well. Is that he makes, tell everybody what you do.
I make costumes. I make superhero costumes.
Not just regular Target, Walmart superhero costumes. No. He make the ones that the people actually can wear if they on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my White Ranger costume, my Black Panther, and my Spider-Man. And that's me in the costume. So it's fun. You know, cosplay is something I started when I was 6 years old and started doing again when I was a teenager. And then when I discovered that I had the ability to make these elaborate costumes, I took like a year and a half and learned the craft. And then after about a year and a half, that's when I really got comfortable and got good at it. And then I monetized it, started selling costumes for people to people, and started making costumes for myself. That White Ranger costume, Jason David Frank is the actor that played the White Ranger. He committed suicide a couple years ago, and he was like my biggest hero, you know, when I was, you know, 10, 11, 12 years old. So that costume was like a tribute project to one of my childhood heroes, and people loved it, man. I wore it, unveiled it at a Comic-Con here in Dallas, and it was a collecticon, and people really loved it, man. So that and I've done. I want to show you this one. This is from Black Panther.
Yes, that one is amazing.
So you can see all the Black Panther African detail. It's a very detailed, and this is my helmet that I wear, but I wouldn't wear it. I have the Civil War costume. Is when they first introduced Black Panther into the MCU. That's from Black Panther the movie. I don't have the suit. I got the Civil War suit, which is that one in the photo right there. So, but yeah, I've made a full Iron Man armor. I've made costumes for women. Like I said, my next project that I want to do is I want to make kids costumes. So I can do pretty much anything, man. Anything. And I have anything that I don't file wise that I don't have access to, I have a designer in Pakistan. So people go, I'll send them to him, and they'll digitize his their concepts. He'll send the files to me, and then I'll make them.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm definitely gonna get one for my baby, and I really love that Spider-Man one. If you guys have to actually go into the website at BLKCLS Play King and go to his IG, and you're gonna see him and actually have this costume on. Like, the picture does no justice. Go and see it. Like, it's amazing. Like, it really looks like the Spider-Man. Like, they really need to hire you, like, to be their costume person, for real.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of cats that 3D print and do costumes, man, and there's a lot of cats that are better than me. But I learned from a really, really good 3D printer, and I learned a lot. You know, just picking his brain. And then you go to Comic-Cons, you talk to other people that are in the craft, and they get secrets from them and kind of progress. But the costumes are fun, and they're really cool.
Okay, so we gotta get back over to the dark side, because
yeah, that's the nerd side. You'll come back over to the dark side.
So you guys also can find him on Etsy at Cosplay King DFW. All right, so that's the link there. I also will go ahead and make sure I put it in the description below. So now let's get back over here to this man, because everybody got questions
about Adonis.
So the first one is Miss Jiggy says, okay, so if there's a couple that wants to try the BDSM, how would they even go about it?
Well, there's a lot of ways. First of all, there's BDSM events all the time. Like I said, I attend events from my friends that throw them, and then I put on my events. So if you go to a show, that's definitely a great way to start, because you can see someone present the craft that you want to learn, whether it's electro play or fire play or impact play with floggers and paddles and things like that, or wax play. There's so many different things that you can do in that world. So you have to just kind of go out to an event and see, and then experiment, try it. I give lessons. And I'm not the only one. There's a lot. I have friends that are in the BDSM community that give lessons as well. So you could contact someone that in the craft and get a private lesson, and things like that. And then of course do your research. Google. I don't know if YouTube is going to have anything about BDSM on it, but definitely. And actually, there's a couple of Netflix shows. One called Explained, where they talk about BDSM and kinks. That's a great place to start too, because it's very educational. But yeah, those would be the ways I would suggest.
Okay, all right. So now we have another question. Miss Jackie says, I want to know, has he ever turned a woman out, like made her tap into that side of herself she did not know was there? Yeah,
absolutely. But I don't like that term, turn a woman out. I like liberate more. I help liberate that woman from sexual suppression, and I help her release her inner sex goddess. So that's how I operate. But that absolutely, yeah. Because I'm sorry. Go ahead.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Yes, he has. The answer is yes, he has. Yes, he has. Okay. All right. So what else were you going to say before we get to the next question? Miss Jiggy says, do you go on tour?
Eventually that's the plan. I want to take the Bow experience on the road. And definitely oh shoot, sorry, phone fell.
That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's definitely the plan. So
okay, but he does have shows in Dallas.
Yes, I do have shows in DFW. August 18th and 19th is the Dirty Show.
When?
August 18th and 19th is the Dirty Show.
August 18th and 19th is the Dirty Show. All right.
Yes.
So what is the floggers?
Let me. I'll go grab one. That's the easiest way to explain it.
We're gonna get to see a flogger, guys.
I can still, baby. I don't know you.
What? We hear you.
Yeah.
Head to Dallas. Yes, I'm gonna have to go to a show. Definitely.
Yes. Okay. So this is a finger flogger. There's a video of on my Instagram. Yeah.
Was it like I think it was the video that we used in the promo.
Oh, in the
Mm-hmm.
So they have you can see how it's constructed, and it wraps around fingers like that, and then I can, I can't really do it in this corner, but yeah, you can swing them and do all kind of different stuff with them.
Oh, so there you go, Miss Jackie. There's your flogger. There's your. You write it down. That's a flogger. Any more questions, guys? Any more questions? So when someone wants to come on to the show, come to one of the shows, come on to the show. To one of the shows, where would they find the information? They would go to your IG?
My Instagram or boerotica.com. There's a Dirty Show page on boerotica.com. So the tickets are available there and all the show info.
Okay, and also we do have I want to show everybody that he is an author, and you guys can definitely go and find his book here. It is on Amazon. So let me show you guys where you can find it. All right, so you can definitely go and check it out, Miss Jackie. All right, and it is the name, Boa. Say it for me.
Boa, like the snake.
Boa. Oh, where'd you get that? Okay, well, I know it's the abbreviation. Well, how did you come up with this name?
Okay, so back in 2006, I was doing commercial print and runway modeling, and two ladies that I associated with, both they didn't know each other. They called me an Adonis. So I'm like, okay, two people that have no affiliation with each other said the same thing. I was like, maybe I should use that as a stage name. So I took it as a stage name in the modeling world. And I was on a website for makeup artists and photographers and models and network. And there was a couple other guys calling themselves Adonis, but they weren't built like me. And that's where I separated myself from them I'm like, okay, I'm more of the embodiment of what Adonis was, if you do the research. So body of Adonis. And then I had a Colombian red-tailed boa constrictor for 14 years. She was 9 feet when she died last summer. So boa, body of Adonis, boa constrictor, everything just went together. I'm like, that's what it is then,
Oh, okay. Let me get my head out the gutter. Okay.
Yeah, it has actually like a little history behind it.
It's a history behind it. I'm just like, yeah. So that's where. Okay. Thank you for explaining that. So
no problem.
You guys can definitely go and buy his book here on Amazon. So it is available, and yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to keep up. Let's see. All right, somebody else. Let's see what else we got. Any more questions here?
Mm-hmm.
They are very interested in the experience, for real.
Yeah. Oh, matter of fact, I want to show you guys my gift box. I think you'd be interested in that.
Oh, yes, that's the next thing. What's in the gift box?
Okay, so the gift box is called the Boa Box. It has 750 milliliter bottle of wine. It has a little wine glass that you can drink the wine with. It has a candle, little personal vibrator.
Okay.
Then it has, of course, the book, and then I do handwritten thank you letters. So that's like the whole setup. And then it comes in of course, the black box with the little satin ribbon and all that stuff. So
okay, bring it back again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it up full.
I'll send you pictures of it.
Let's see. Okay, there.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's the Boa Box.
Oh.
And that's my wine. My wine is called Yokubo.
Yeah.
Merlot, Zinfandel, Rosé, and Moscato.
And you had different flavors for different women.
Yes, something for everybody.
thinking. Yes, I like you were thinking.
She said she need danger. Miss Kenny need danger. She said.
He's danger. Okay. He's the biggest fantasy Jackie. Yes, Miss Jackie is in for it.
Yeah.
I like the Zinfandel, the white rosé. Yeah, I'm that. Yeah, I'm that. I'm definitely coming. I am definitely coming to Dallas. So yes. So now we're gonna wrap it up. We're at the top of the hour. This was amazing. I am so glad that you were able to come in and let us know the man behind the scenes, because it's always more to the person than what we do. And so I definitely would want to see that. I love to see the man, the woman, and what it is that they do on their daily life, like your day-to-day, like your experiences, your life, like things that excite you. This is things that are exciting to you. This is your lifestyle, and you're happy. Like,
yes.
Yeah. And I want you to express that to people. Like, people, they look at, some people will be like, oh my God, what is that? That's but guess what? This is your life. This is your lifestyle. You're happy.
Oh my God. Sorry. Jesus, babe.
Somebody.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Monica, would you like a little flagger action? What? Girl.
What'd she say?
She want to know if I like I'm going to give me a flagger. I sure am. I was talking about that earlier with my mom. I was like, I like that little thing. My mom was like, oh, you're a freak too. Yes, I want that. I'm definitely getting me a flagger. Do you sell those?
I have a flogger line, a boa flogger line in development right now. So yeah, in the next, probably by end of the summer, I will have the boa flogger line.
Oh, Miss Brooks said the conversation is so high to setting off the smoke detectors.
Hey, that's appropriate then, I guess, huh?
So this is what I want to know.
Okay.
What can we expect going forward on this show? What can you tell us? What are we gonna see going forward before, like?
You can expect a lot more transparency, a lot more, several more conversations, and the development of some of those connections.
Mm-hmm. So would you go on to the show? Like, would you do reality TV again after this experience?
Yeah, I would. It really depends on the premise of the show, because I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything ratchet. I don't do fighting. I don't do, reality TV can be classy if it's classy, and it's yeah. I don't do drama, and that's one thing I spoke of on the show. Like, I don't like to argue.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like raising my voice. If I got a little road rage, but we all do, but I bring it back down immediately, because I like to keep my energy balanced. You know what I'm saying? So, as long as it's something that can stay along the lines of kind of like Ready to Love, then I'm good. I would definitely do it again. Okay,
so you kind of telling us that it wasn't any drama.
No, it was drama. I just didn't have anything to do with it.
Y'all keep that over here, because y'all messing with
I stay. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I stay away from it.
Right. It's not giving drama kink. No, he's not. His spirit is so calming. I can see why you get people to come to the show, because you do have a calming spirit. Like, seriously.
Yeah.
Like,
I've always been told that I have a calming energy, but it's because I'm at such peace within myself, and
look at Miss Jack. Get the cup.
What did she say? Oh man. Hey, I'm not gonna agree or deny, but it is what it is.
All of your DMs are going to be off the chain after this show. They probably already started, have they?
A little bit. I think people are still kind of like hesitant because they don't know enough about me to be like, okay, I'm invested, but yeah, I think the investment will happen eventually.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely glad that I was able to interview you, and I'm definitely looking forward to another interview.
Yes. Yeah, we got to do it again for sure.
Well, I definitely do it again for sure. And I'm gonna come to Dallas.
Yeah, you be my VIP guest at the Bow Experience on the 18th. I have a table set up. It's actually, so the Bow Experience is an erotic expo. So I have 20 erotic artists, painters, and sculptors that are presenting their work. I have erotic poets, burlesque dancers, body paint artists. I'm performing one of my audio stories, and then at midnight, I got 9 BDSM performers, including myself, performing different forms of the craft. So it's going to be a really, really awesome night. The food is going to be amazing. The drinks, I got an awesome DJ. So it's going to be an experience. The Dirty Show, Erotica Expo.
So I'll be able to get some footage.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, I'm there. I'm gonna put it on my calendar.
Yeah, come on down to Dallas for the Dirty Show.
I am. Especially I got a VIP, so I'm gonna be right there on the 8th.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm gonna take care of you.
That's gonna be amazing. I am definitely looking forward to that, and I do appreciate and thank you for coming onto my platform and talking to me. Well, let's talk about it. Definitely want to get you on the podcast for 40 and Frisky for sure.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Sure. Yes, for sure. So that would be amazing. And guys, make sure that you follow. I did put I got the Instagram down here below. So make sure you follow him on all his platforms. Let's support him because he is amazing. You know, we're going to support our Black Kings because he is amazing. He's happy. We're happy that he's happy. He had a great experience on the show. So that's enough alone to say, hey, let's kill the narrative of Ready to Love and say that someone actually came and said, hey, the experience was great for me. And I'm glad that because I want us to get back to the Ready to Love that we knew at first. When it wasn't no fighting, it was like people actually went there to find love.
Right. Yeah, I heard it started out a certain way and then it transitioned about, season 2 through 6 or 3 through 6 or something like that. And then kind of bringing it back around.
Yes. And Miss Matt Brooks says you only live once. You do.
Absolutely.
I just want to be honest with you.
Okay.
At 40, I'm 48, right?
Uh-huh.
I just started getting comfortable with my inner sexual self.
Let me ask you something. Do you love yourself?
Yes.
Do you fully embrace your sexuality?
I do.
Now you do, right? Now
I do.
Okay, but before you couldn't really say you loved yourself truly because there was a part of you that you didn't accept. Exactly. And that's what my writing is for. I want women to fully accept every part of themselves because sexual suppression is a real thing, whether it's due to a bad relationship, toxic masculinity, social sexual hypocrisy, whatever causes women to feel like they can't be their sexual selves out of fear of judgment, fear of belittling. Bow Erotica and my stories are written from the woman's perspective. You might get a couple every now and then that are from a male's perspective or from my perspective, but most of the book is from the woman's perspective because I put women in positions of sexual power and dominance in their worlds that they're not typically in society to give other women the opportunity to relate and to take to those characters and hopefully the motivation for them to accept that last part of themselves so they can say they fully love themselves.
Yeah. And that's exactly what I went through. And I'm sure a lot of women we go through. I mean, I know they do.
Yeah.
I know they do. And let me tell you another thing is that it feels like freedom. Like I don't care.
Why do you think I'm so happy and I'm at such peace?
Yeah. This is me now. I feel good. I feel good.
And that's why I say I liberate women. I release those bounds, those binds that kept them back mentally, those mental blocks, when I'm with a woman or I'm dating someone, because I'm like, okay, tell me your deepest, dirtiest fantasy and we're gonna do it. You don't have to hide anything from me, and that's how I approach, relationships.
And that's good. People want to go into it like it's just such a bad thing or and it's not, because it's not saying that you're out there promoting it or you're out there and you're doing it in public and everybody should see it. But these are you're bringing into your love. Like I bet you if a lot of people would love themselves and get more in tune with their own sexuality and their own body and their own thoughts and their own fantasies, that they relationships and marriages will last a lot longer.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what I do. I want, and that's what I was saying, like me and Tommy are kind of in the same business, because when couples come to my shows and they go home and do whatever they're gonna do afterwards, it helps bring them closer, because it improves their sex life. Their intimacy levels are heightened after an experience like that. And even if you take the things that you learn at my show, or getting into that world, because let's face it, if you're with someone for the rest of your life, missionary and doggy style gonna get old at a certain point. So what else is there? What else can you do? And that's what I'm into. I'm a sensualist. Foreplay and sensuality is my art. And that's where the sensual domination comes from, into all of that. But we can talk more about that at the podcast. So but yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah, we're gonna need you to we're gonna make sure the podcast is like a special way you're teaching women to, it might just need to be like we're gonna need you to get deep, because believe it or not, women, they afraid, but they want to know, because who wants to be 60 and say, oh, well, sex is not important to me anymore? That's a lie. It's not important because you're not in tune on who you are, and then your partner doesn't know, and you guys, and it's just like, now it's like, who cares if we do it, and you just roll over like, I'm not trying to be 60 like that.
Yeah, that's I don't want that life, so that's why I got restraints under my bed. I got all kind of stuff, man. I go to events, I go to parties. If I'm dating somebody, we'll go to the party, do a scene there, whatever the case, and just to have fun and experience and explore. And that's what it's all about.
Someone is asking for your book. You can find it right here on Amazon. All right. We got that. Mr. Freddie, there's your book. There's his book. You can find it there on Amazon. All right.
Yeah, and if you're in the Dallas area, if you're in the DFW area and you come to the show, I'll sign it. Sign it for you.
Cool. I'll make sure I get mine sent so I can have it when I come.
Yeah. Bring it down.
So make sure you guys go ahead and grab that book, Miss Jackie. Miss Jackie.
Thank you.
Hot girl since I was 14. I always.
She said what?
I've been a hot girl since I was 14. I always been fat.
Hey, that's self-acceptance. She knows who she is. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we about to go listen to Anita Howard.
T-shirt and panties. I used to love that song.
That probably helped you get started, huh?
I was already started by the time that came out. I was off to the races.
It was already over with.
Oh yeah.
Okay, guys. So definitely make sure you go ahead and follow Mr. Adonis, and also he's on Ready to Love on Fridays at 7:00 Central, 8:00 Eastern on Network. All right. He's still on the show. He's not eliminated. So hey, we got to check him out and see what's gonna happen. Guys, make sure that you are joining me on you should come Friday on my Instagram. I do a watch party.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll do that. I don't have anything planned.
Onto the Instagram, and then
on your IG.
On my IG, and I'll bring you up, and then we can see your expression, because I want to see. I definitely would want to see your expression after you watch it yourself. And
I'm super animated, man. So it'll probably be funny.
And I actually show it on the screen, so you will be able to see. Yes. So we do a watch party.
Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, so I'll remind you. So we do a watch party. So guys, make sure you join me on Instagram on Friday at 7:00 Central. We're gonna do our watch party and watch the show. Make sure you bring your popcorn and your wine. We have to have a wine and popcorn because we have to see what's gonna transpire. And and make sure you support. So watch the show, support the show. Okay, we want to make sure that we keep the show going, and because it is good to be able to see our Black men and women come on. Hey, I might see me on there one day. I don't know, I'm single and trying to find love too. You know what I'm saying? But I need somebody to understand that I'm 48 and I'm all about the peace. All good vibes, all good energy.
Good vibes, nothing but good vibes.
Good energy, yes. Oh, somebody said, well, Miss Brooks said she's checking you out ASAP.
Thank
Yes,
you.
out, check him out.
Thank you, Miss
And
Brooks.
so tell us something to say goodbye. What else you want us to know before we end? Before we see you again, because we will see you and let's talk about it again and on the podcast. So, but anything else you want to leave us with tonight?
Enjoy the journey. If you want to read samples of my work, you can go to boerotica.com. There's 3 shorts and a full story, so you can kind of get a picture of how I write and how the stories are. There's Unchartable, Reclaimed, Seaman Hall, the one I just wrote, and there's a couple more. So yeah, but definitely check them out.
What's the name of it?
Pardon me? Seaman Hall. Seaman Hall. That's the full story I told you I wrote about the college situation. Just read it. It's wild. You'll like it.
Oh, my, yeah, I heard that, Miss Jackie. Seaman Hall.
Seaman Hall, yeah. 4 college best friends rented at Airbnb for a night of college-like debauchery. So it's 4 ladies, and they live they scratch a few things off their sexual bucket list. I'll say that.
Okay, see, I know. I see. Every time I get ready to end the show, I come up with another question. When you have these stories that come in your head, like, where do you write? Like, how do you do it? Because I know writers, they like have to get in a zone and like. So, do you have like a zone that you get in, and where do you do it?
Yeah, I write upstairs in my office, and when I get in the writing mode, it's like I'm kind of locked in. I'm seeing everything that I want to write, and sometimes the ideas and the scenes come into my head so fast that I kind of get anxious. So I'll take notes, or I'll start on one scene and finish that whole scene and then come back. That's how I wrote Seaman Hall. I started that one when I was in St. Thomas visiting my father for the holidays, and I just finished it like a month ago, so that story took a little longer. But typically, like I'll start a story. If it's a full-length story, I'll chop it up because they're long. But my shorts, I can knock out a short, in a few hours. Like Daddy's Home.
Come to your head like that?
Yeah. I have a wild imagination. I have a very wild and vivid imagination. I blame it on my ADD.
Yes. I heard it wrote down and I put it in my pocket. I wrote it down. She put it in her pocket. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Seaman Hall. That's it.
Seaman Hall. Yep. Yeah, it's on the website.
It's on his website, guys. So just make
sure. It's the only full story, and then actually that's a preview of book 2. That story will be in book 2, but book 1 is of course on Amazon right now.
All right. So you heard it here. We have an author. We have a ultimate awesome costume designer, and we just have an awesome guy. Like that's
Thank
it.
you.
I'm absolutely happy that I decided to tune in and watched Ready to Love because I was like banding it out of my head, because I'm glad that I was able to see. When I saw you, I was just like, I'm interested now. So let me go and see. So I'm glad that I did that. I'm excited about your journey. I will be following you. And yeah, I'm going to follow you throughout. So, you got my support. I'm definitely coming to Dallas and seeing you in August.
Yep, August 18th and 19th.
Yes, and we're going to actually do another, let's talk about it as well.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we can do one in person. Maybe that Saturday.
Okay, awesome. So that's what we'll be doing. So, guys, look for me and look for him. Yeah, we're gonna be a duo for a minute.
Yep.
Yeah. So, anything else you guys want to know, definitely go and hit him up on his IG. Follow him there. Send it to me. Join us on our live on Friday for the watch party, because you guys know you put your questions in there, we'll see them, we can answer them, whatever you want. So come hang out with me like you guys always do, and it was a delight. I am so glad that you are here with us.
It was a pleasure. Thank you for having me, and you guys make sure boa.erotica all across the social media, TikTok, YouTube, and Instagram, boaerotica.com, and I'll see you at the Boa Experience.
The Boa Experience. I even like the name. That's why I was looking at the like the Boa Experience, like that, like name matters, and it like definition on everything. And so that was definitely a great pick, great name. God had your back on that. He was like, yeah, this is it for you. And I'm excited. I'm excited that you were able to share your journey and also use the platform the way it needs to be used, because right now everything is, the walls are going to, the floods, the waters are going to flow open, and you're going to be able to do anything and everything that you probably wanted to do with your experience, because now you have the platform to do so. So I'm excited to see how that's going to go. Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to get, eventually I want to turn these stories into movies or either short films or a TV series, erotica series. That would be great, because I am a good watcher and I will be watching. Yeah, especially these stories, man. Yes, I mean, but the thing about it is, it's gonna happen sooner than later. Yeah, well, I'll tell you something that I haven't told anyone yet. Daddy's Home is actually going to be my first short film that I'm filming in North Carolina in the fall. All right, so you heard it here, exclusive on Girl What's the Tea. Daddy's Home is actually going to be, let me show you guys again, because I have snippets of it here because I was reading it. Oh, where did it go? That plot twist is a beast. So there's Daddy's Home. Yeah. Right there. So make sure you guys check that out. And he said that it's going to be your short film. Yes, we're going to turn it into a short film. Daddy or Zaddy. It's Daddy's Home. It is not Zaddy's. It's Daddy's Home. Miss Jackie said right now. She on the site now. So make sure you guys go and read that. Jackie read Seaman Hall. Well, actually, no. Start with Unchartable first. I want you to start off and then accelerate. Start with Unchartable. Baby steps, Miss Jackie. Baby steps. Yeah, crawl before you sprint. Crawl before you sprint, Miss Jackie. Don't hurt yourself. Don't be tripping. No, you can't walk yet. Don't do that. So you guys can definitely. So that's gonna be exciting. So I'm gonna be looking out for that. But now since I got VIP passes to your life, I'm sure. Let me know what's going on, so I know I'm gonna be your permanent media girl. Like, hey, call me. Let's do it. Call me when it's going down. Monica's on the flight. She's there. Let's go. I'm ready for it. Yeah. So, Miss Jackie, make sure you go ahead and check it out. And again, we're gonna say good night. We're gonna thank Adonis for coming onto our platform, talking to the teologists. Oh Lord, they won't stop talking. Miss Brooks said that she ready for the roller coaster ride. She ready for the ride? Hey, go. Hey, listen. Go ahead to the website and start it. Go ahead and check out those shorts. Order the book, and then have at it. Yeah, Miss Brooks, you have to read it. It's a roller coaster ride. He's serious. He for real. He ain't got that little thing. What that little thing is? My finger flogger. Oh, Miss Jackie again. That little thing. he ain't playing with us. He's not playing with us. He got that. No games played. No games played. So, anyways, thank you guys, and you guys have a great night, and we will see you guys on Friday. Girl What's the Tea _ on IG, and then on Sundays I will be back for my normal Let's Talk About It with my Bells, Love and Marriage Huntsville, and Love and Marriage DC, sipping tea Sundays at 3 p.m. Central Time. So I will see you guys there, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye. Have a good evening. Thank you.
Hello, it's your girl What's the Tea. Let's talk about it.